Hey guys, I'm back and I wanted to come back with an easy recipe that can be on your kitchen table, including prep time, in roughly about 40 to 50 minutes, since they do have to bake for 25 to 30. What am I talking about? What's so easy and yet so tasty? This is a quick version of your classic Mexican dish, Enchiladas Suizas. If you're interested, continue watching. So I will admit I have adjusted the recipe just a little bit since I will be halving it. This will yield about 6 enchiladas with extra sauce since I am a saucy girl, and also extra cheese because I love cheese. So before I show you how to make this sauce, I want to remind you this is a quick version of Enchiladas Suizas. So no, I'm not making a homemade tomatillo sauce. Please, my ancestors, do not get mad. But this is something that you want when you're in a rush and you want something delicious and on the table. So today I'll be using the Verdes Salsa Verde mild tomatillo sauce essentially. And I'm gonna go ahead and add it to a blender. I'll be utilizing 2 cups, so 16 ounces, which is the entire jar. Now you'll want to add either sour cream or Mexican crema. I personally have always made this recipe with Mexican crema. In fact, I've always used the same one of La Vaquita. It just seems richer, thicker, it's just wholesome. Go for the Mexican cream if you can. I'm gonna put about half a cup. Now these are rough measurements. If you want it to be a little bit creamier, girl, just throw it in, not the bottle. Everything in it. Now what you want to do is go ahead and cut up some cilantro, and it says to chop, but if you're gonna put it in the blender, why do I have to chop it first? You don't. Work smarter, not harder. So this is roughly about a 1/4 cup. I like cilantro, I'm just gonna throw it in. If you want an exact measurement, do a 1/4 cup. Okay, and then the full recipe calls for a whole clove of garlic. Like I said, I love garlic, so I'm just gonna do a whole clove even for half the recipe. All right, now that those ingredients are in the blender, I'm gonna go ahead and mix it until you have a really, really creamy sauce. Okay, so it's that easy. Now you have your creamy sauce. It should look like this consistency. Obviously I just mixed it, so there are a lot of bubbles, but your sauce is now ready. So easy and so quick. And so now we're on to the next step. We're going to warm up our tortillas in some oil, and I'll show you how to do so. I will be using the Esquisita brand of tortillas, corn, but honestly you can use whichever ones. If you want to home make them yourself, girl, great job. You have a lot of time on your hands because I'm not about to do that. But oh well, whatever you want to do, go ahead, use your favorite brand of tortillas, roll them out, whichever you prefer. And so yeah, let's get started. Actually, so I wanted to tell you why you want to warm up your tortillas in oil, and that is for 2 reasons. 1, it helps them to roll easier as you fill them with chicken and top them with cheese, and 2, it hopefully prevents them from breaking. You want to put them in oil on each side for just a few seconds, not too long, or not you'll end up with the tostada, which is also good, but not for an enchilada. It's been warming up. It is definitely hot, and so you want to be careful as you drop your tortillas in. Like I said, you're going to leave them to cook on each side for just a few seconds. Go ahead and transfer them to a plate with a towel just to drain off any excess. And I wanted to mention that when you start to cook your tortillas, make sure you're using hot oil and not cold. You want to make sure you give your oil enough time to warm up, or not you'll just get a soggy tortilla, and nobody wants that. Okay, so now that the tortillas are ready, I'm going to go ahead and season my chicken. Another hack in order to make this recipe just even faster and quicker, you can go ahead and use a rotisserie chicken. This is a rotisserie chicken. I just went ahead and separated the meat from the bones. And in order to zhuzh it up a little bit, you can add some onion powder. Probably put too much, but just mix it around. You can also add some garlic powder. Just sprinkle to your preference on what your seasoning is. You don't have to add these seasonings if you don't like to, if you wouldn't like them, but I prefer them. I think it adds more flavor. You can also add some pepper. It's gonna take forever, so I'm gonna make it on this side. And then just a little bit of salt. Once you have all your seasoning on your chicken, you're gonna go ahead and mix it. Now for 6 enchiladas, you only need about a cup of chicken. Obviously this is much more. We've only utilized it in salads this week. But I personally have topped my enchiladas with extra chicken, and it just adds more protein and makes it healthier. At least that's what I tell myself as I eat 7 enchiladas. Okay, and so now we are ready to prep our enchiladas. So with the sauce that you have made, you want to pour about a third amount of it into the dish just to coat the bottom. And put some chicken in it. You don't want to overstuff it, but you also don't want them to be skinny enchiladas. That's not what this recipe is about. You want to stuff it just about that, right in the middle. Go ahead and wrap around and fold it like a little taquito. Then with the seam line down, so where it folded, go ahead and place downward into the dish. All right, now that you have your enchiladas in your dish, you take your remaining sauce and pour it over. And then my absolute favorite part, I wish I could put more, but yeah, I already put more than enough, is Oaxaca cheese. I went ahead and grated it off camera just to speed up the process, but look at this cheesy goodness. You can use mozzarella, but why would you when Oaxaca cheese exists? I'll show you the exact brand that I use in a bit. It's the one I've used every single time, and I swear it just melts better, tastes better. Oh, it's the best. I can literally eat it by itself. Just keep piling on that cheese. This is about 6 ounces of cheese. And since I have so much chicken left, I will top with a little extra chicken on top. Or some extra protein, of course. And now it's ready to bake. So you're going to place this in an oven at 350 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes, and I'll see you when they're ready. So this is the cheese that I have bought every single time of Oaxaca. It's El Mexicano. Oh, and it comes in a little cylinder looking shape like this. I do have to grate it, but it is absolutely delicious and worth the effort that it makes to grate cheese. So skip the mozzarella and get El Mexicano Oaxaca cheese. You'll thank me later, trust me. All right, it's been baking for about 27 minutes. It turned out with some golden chicken on top. It smells absolutely divine. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and plate. You can serve as many as you like, and let's go ahead and taste. Okay, let's try. That's when you know the cheese is good. It is worth every calorie. Guys, try this. It's super easy, super delicious, and let me know what you think. Bye.